Hello everyone. A few ladies wanted me to show them how to make this Holdall. What I would suggest is if you really are keen, I'll send you a pattern so that you can follow it. I'm not very good at explaining things. I'll try and go through it with you now, but I'm quite happy to send you a pattern. Now for this particular one I did a 16.5-inch square of fabric for the outside, the same for the inside in a contrasting fabric, and some wadding. And the principle is to put your wadding down first, and then a square of main fabric on top, and then your lining fabric on top of that. And when you've got your 3 layers together, stitch all around the edge, 1/4 inch seam, leave 5.5 inch gap there along one side so that you can turn your work through. So that's the basic principle, and I've just done that with full size 16.5 inch fabric. Now I've not stitched my opening closed. I haven't stitched it yet, but I will do. Right, and the next thing that you do, again, it explains this in the instructions, but measure 6.5 inches down from one of the corners and 6.5 inches down on the other side, and draw a line across. And I've just done this with an air dry marker so that it fades. And then do another line 1 inch above it at 5.5 inches. Just stitch along there with the sewing machine and along there. Then on the opposite corner, do the same. Mark 6.5 inches and draw one line, but only a single line. You don't have to do a double line in the opposite corner. And if I'll show you this, there's the double line of stitching, and the single line is on the opposite side. So when you've done that, you're ready to do your folding. You fold corner to corner like so. So you've got a big triangle. Come back a bit so you've got more. And there are various ways of folding and stitching to get the desired effect. Move that out of your way so you've got no distractions. Now there's the line of stitching, the second line of stitching, if you can see that. And we're going to fold in from the left hand corner over to the right hand side to meet that line. And this is parallel with the top, so just look to make sure that you've got it in line with that stitching. And then do the same with the right hand side. And that basically is going to be your shape when you fold these down. That's your shape. So if you're going to do that particular design, what you would have to do is hand stitch along that line there, to keep that down. Fold that over so that it meets on the opposite side, and then hand stitch that line down there so that it keeps your pockets together. That's just a basic fold over then, and you can put a button on there and a button there and tie it with elastic band, hairband, or you can use press studs as I've done with that. You can embellish that however you want. Alternatively, you can fold that over, stitch up there, fold that over, and just do a bend in the fabric like that. And then you can stitch along that edge and that edge, turn the flap over, and it's another little pocket. Let me just show you that one. So I'll do that again for you. So you fold from corner to corner, stitch a line 6.5 inches down and a line 5.5 inches down. In this corner, draw a line and stitch 6.5 inches only. Fold it up corner to corner. Make sure they all meet. Fold that over to the right hand side and stitch along this line. Do the same with this side and stitch along that line. And there are your two flaps, and those will be your pockets inside. There is another thing you could do. You could take your two side pieces where they meet, you could do a row of machine stitching from there to there, and then push the pockets to the left and to the right so that you've got a pocket there and a pocket there, which is another way of folding. I'm not very good at explaining. I'd never have made a teacher. I just wouldn't. But as I say, if you would like the written instructions, they're very simple to follow. I'll tell you, they're easier to follow than me explaining. Let me just show you, because it's got a good illustration of one type of fold. There's the one, and I've used a button fastening there and a hairband. The other one has the drawing to show you how to fold, and I did this one as well. That's the one with the two pockets, and I used this fabric as well and used it as a sewing Holdall. And here is a little padded heart pin cushion, which is just a pin to the front if you wanted to do that. You could embellish it however you want. You could do it in calico and cover it with lace if you wanted to. But I think You probably do better reading from the instructions than following me, especially the way I feel today. By all means, email me if you get stuck or you want to know something that it's not going right, and I'll try and help you out that way. Some ladies, I hope you can follow it from there. As I say, I'm not very good at explaining. It's the folding that you have to get used to, but as I say, I'm quite happy to send you a pattern if you want one. So thank you for looking in, ladies, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Bye.